Hey everybody, welcome to the series called Slow Down. This is where we take footage of either 120 or 240 frames per second and really break down what we see when it comes to technique and other things that we might find on these waves. This series started on the Boogie Everyday membership platform, somewhere where we do video analysis and talk about things exactly like what you're going to see in this video. If you're interested at getting better at bodyboarding, head on over to boogieeveryday.com and check out the membership for yourself. Now let's slow this one down. For this first video, we are going to be talking about a wave that I had at Caves probably about 5 or 6 years ago, and this was filmed by James Symmonds, and it's filmed at 240 frames per second. I made a full video of this at the time, and it is up on the YouTube channel, so I'll link it up here. But for now, let's break down exactly what happens on this wave. So from the start, you're going to be watching my eyes here, and you're going to see how at the start, I'm not really looking down the line, but I'm more focused on what's going on immediately in front of me. The big reason for this is this wave had a lot of backwash on it, and because of the backwash, it actually ended up kind of pushing me up and pushing me into a weird position and almost got me to a point where I mistimed the actual move towards the end. So as we get into it here, you can see as I'm going through this first section here, notice how the wave is really like kind of getting pushed up. It is a wedge and it is wedging from the right hand side, but at the same time it's got a lot of backwash on it, and that's what's actually forcing the wave to really come up and really bounce me. And you can see here I'm kind of disconnected from the wave with my legs, but I'm still now with my eyes looking at this area here, kind of looking down the line. And that's a big thing with these videos, as you're going to see, is my eyesight is always locked further down the line and onto things where I'm going and where I'm heading, not immediately what's in front of me. And so as we go through here, I kind of managed to get that drop there. There is a little bit of spray off here, but you'll see my legs will drop into the water. And as we get into this here, I start to get on the rail, good spray coming off the rail here. And my eyes now locked on the section further down the wave. This is really important and probably the most important thing when we dive into different moves and also different riders. A lot of us are focused on that end section so that we can get the timing right from the bottom turn all the way up into the lip. So as we go through this here, I've still got that eye locked on that position here. There was a little bit of a bump on the wave, and with the backwash, it really kind of forces the wave to make a different shape. And so, although I'm really close to the lip here, I am still going to avoid it. I hit the second little bump here, which kind of sprays and slows me down just a little bit. But because this wave is wedging, it really allows me to kind of drive through that bump. And because I have enough speed, I go through this next section here, and you can see my eyes are already focused on the point where I'm going to be landing. This is a big thing I spoke about in the roll videos, but even when we go through this a bit more, you can see here how I did mistime this section a little bit, but because of my technique, because I'm already in this position to throw the head back, and that's a big thing, the difference between ARSs and backflips is you'll see here, when I throw my head back, the board is coming directly over the top of me. The tail and the nose are kind of going to pass over each other, and that to me is a backflip. So head back, legs tucked up. You can see how far forward I am on the board. I'm really pulling myself up really far on the board. And what that does is it allows me to land on this front section of the board. When I land in the water, a lot of the weight is going to be on that point. Legs are crossed, I'm in the air now, and you can see here, good positioning on the board. But as I land, you're going to notice something that happens here. Because I'm so far forward on the board, my head is going to hit the water first, so definitely getting some water up the nose. But at the same time, my body actually lands first on the front and then on the tail. And what that does is it puts a lot of weight on the front of the board and almost kind of catches the tail here a little bit too. But what that does is it really shoots my legs up into the air. And a lot of the time we talk about training, we talk about surfing a lot, and we talk about time in the water. But the big thing about that is it builds this muscle memory where your body kind of knows what to do. So in this position here, my legs kind of go up. You can see I'm starting to spread my legs open to try and catch as much water as I can. You see this fin here, my outside leg at the time, but now kind of the inside of this move, that leg goes directly into the water to start helping me to spin the board around and to control that maneuver. And because my legs have corked like that, the only grab I'm going to get is either pulling my core in and getting my body back on the board, or putting my leg into the water, and that's what that does. So it really catches the water again. You can see now I've slid further back to allow the nose to come up, put more weight on the back of the board, and actually now get this other fin in. You can see here I've really like flexed the foot and really got that fin in to gain control and put more weight on the front of the board again. And after that, just quickly get out of there. I saw the rest of the wave was going to close out, so I just got out of there and ducked straight out and come out of the back of the wave for a completed flip, and one that I really enjoy watching back, especially when it's in 240 frames a second. So as you guys can see, there are so many things that happen on a wave that you might miss when you are watching it at high speed, but when you really slow it down, you can see technique and how you can adjust when things happen on the wave. If you guys want your own video analysis, or if you want more bodyboarding tips and tricks, head on over to Boogie Every Day and join on the membership. I urge you guys to go back and dissect waves that you might have of yourself and see where you might be going wrong and how you can better your technique and understand waves a lot better. If you guys have any clips that you think I can talk about technique or what is happening on the wave, please drop it in the comments down below. Otherwise, share this with a friend, and we'll catch you guys in the next video.